Fears are growing over the reemergence of a flesh-eating parasite in the United States that could threaten the nation's beef supply. It's called the New World screwworm. Texas just confirmed its second case, and the state says it is racing to contain the spread. This potential outbreak comes at a moment when U.S. cattle herds have already shrunk to their lowest levels since the 1950s. Beef prices are up about 15% from last year, and farmers are struggling with rising costs. Just yesterday, Trump flew to Wisconsin to sell his economic message as prices for fertilizer, fuel, and feed are going through the roof. It was the same day of a, frankly, strong jobs report showing 172,000 jobs created in May. And here is what he told his audience.
I don't need this. I got elected. I don't have. What the hell do I have to be here for? I got elected. I'm here because I like the farmer. I mean, when you think about it, I guess there's a lot of truth to that, right? I could be home right now in the beautiful White House watching somebody else on television talking.
Joining us now to discuss is Willis Shunn Nelson, a fourth-generation farmer in Louisiana. So thank you so much. It's delightful to have you here at the table with us. You just heard the president talk about how he loves farmers. He's been great for farmers. I've been kind of keeping a running list of what I think of as kind of the war on farmers in some sense. I don't blame him for the screwworm outbreak per se, but you have tariffs driving up costs. You have the war in Iran driving up costs for things like fertilizer and diesel. I'm sure that affects you in many parts of the country. The labor force is not showing up. Workers are not showing up because they're worried about immigration rates and things like that. I'm curious what the last year has been like for you, and do you feel supported by your government?
The last year has been very tough for my farm, me and my brothers. Prices on input prices keep going up. We've been told a lot of promises, but the promise hasn't been delivered on. We look for fertilizer prices to come down fast, and hopefully, but it's too late. We didn't did our planting season, and we pretty much in our fertilizer in the crop that we have in the ground. So we done already took a hit on that. Fuel prices is still high, very high. I think it's pretty much double from the last time we bought a tanker load. So it's cutting our expenses way higher and bringing our profit margin even lower.
You talked about and used the word promises. What were some of the promises that you as a farmer, it's not to ask you about who you voted for, but Donald Trump made a lot of promises, and I'm wondering whether or not you felt he has kept his promises to fight for American farmers or take care of American farmers, or if not him specifically, what do you feel are the promises that have not been kept for you? Fair trade for our crops, getting a fair price on what we grow and sell. That's the main thing. If we could just get a fair price on what we growing and what we sell it for, we as farmers could be able to stand on our own. That's the main thing we can have.
So how much, if you had to estimate, how much money do you lose on, say, your soybean crop because of the different tariffs that have been put in place?
It's already a short margin in it, so I would say we already, with the tariffs, it probably brought it down another 30%. Wow. That's a lot.
That is a lot. Big hit. When you think about your community and a rural community and you have to drive a long way to get anywhere, I'm from a place like that where getting to the airport can take an hour, 2 hours. What has really impacted the men and women who live in your area the most with the economy?
The prices of the food, that's just a big thing, especially in rural America. You have a lot of poor people out there. And just to get a decent meal costs a lot, It's cheaper now for us to go get fast food than it is to eat our own food, to get it out the grocery store. Fuel prices. If you're driving 15, 20 miles to go to work, it's like, I think up here you probably commute a mile, but at home you're going to do 15, 20 miles just to get to a decent job. That take a big hit on your family.
As this war drags on, there seems to still be really no end in sight. So fuel prices, fertilizer prices, it seems are going to stay elevated for at least a while. Are you worried about your farm's future? I mean, it's been with your family for so long.
Yes, I'm very much worried. And we could go back over time, but now we was made promises that it would get better, and people in the public opinion, they look at farmers as taking handouts from the government. We never want that. We past 2-3 years, me and my brothers, we had the worst drought. We had all these disasters from God. You know, it's God disasters. It's not man-made. I think the war in Iran is a personally man-made problem that could have been avoided.
So are the tariffs. Tariffs, war,
Yeah.
So.
Willis Nelson, it's so good to have you here. Thanks again for making time for us.
Yes, ma'am.
And you have a documentary out at Tribeca for anybody who has time to go see it.
Yes, Harvest. It's a very good documentary. It's about the family farm. So if you...
Well, good luck to you and your family. Hopefully, hopefully you guys get through this.
Congratulations.
Thank you.